Hey dude. How's it going? Ah, you're right. How you doing? I should have the nice NVIDIA RTX noise protection on. Yay! How you been anyway? Yeah, sorry to drag you out again. I'll cool. I'll try and get Kedron to do the rest. Yeah, I saw you were doing the Pro Mods ones as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you need to stop being good at it. That's the problem. Like you're too good. Yeah, I don't want to do it all the time. Hey everyone, welcome to day one of the Season 9 ladder tournament. I am here with Doctor. Hey Doctor. And today we're featuring Group A, the Group of Death, or the Group of Life, featuring Micro Machine, Three-Way Lover, Sharpened Edge, Mad AI, Octopus V2, and Perfect Split. What are your thoughts on the group?
Perfect Split's back.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of familiar faces.
yeah. 4 Protoss bots, 1 Zerg, 1 Terran. Might make it easier for one of the bots to focus on uh, on their Protoss matchups, especially sort of like one of the non-Protoss bots in there, definitely. But yeah, so we've done 11 weeks of tournaments. In the end, Micro Machine finished first and
What a
got his pick.
surprise!
Yep, winning every single week. So probably the favourite going into the tournament, you'd say. But
Yeah, you could say that.
you never know with these tournaments, though. Like he's only won one, and that was the last one. So here, defending his title. Um, so yeah, let's have a look and see how well he does. And he's going to be featured in our first match of tonight, which is he'll be first up playing against Mad AI, and then we'll be looking at Octopus V2 and Perfect Split. Our third match of the night will be Three-Way Lover versus Sharpened Edge. Then another Three-Way Lover match as he faces off against Mad AI. Then we'll have Micro Machine playing off against Perfect Split, and we'll close it out with Sharpened Edge against Octopus. And in between, we'll show you a few highlights of the other games as well. But let's get the first one loaded up, shall we? Let's get into this.
I'm
Uh,
loaded up.
awesome. I'm just loading. Lab. I need to log in first. I should have prepared this better. Never mind. Hey. But yeah, Mad AI obviously finished third in our last tournament, so hoping to do a little bit better this time.
Mad AI is surprisingly good.
Yeah,
His strategy of picking strategy based on who he's facing has been incredibly effective. Like normally having multiple strategies is kind of iffy because if you do that, like you spend less time perfecting each one, right?
yeah,
But even with slightly less polished strategies, just by picking the right one for the right opponent has been amazing for him.
yeah. Seems to work well for him. Anyway, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we'll start with Mad AI in the bottom left on Eternal Empire, and up in the top right we have Micro Machine version 1.10.1,
Nice,
going
nice.
for Proxy Marauders.
One of my favorites.
This is a nasty strategy against Protoss because Protoss doesn't really have anything early game that can really easily deal with it.
Yeah, if you
Like,
don't scout it, there's nothing you can do.
yeah,
If you do scout it, the good responses are a lot of shield batteries, maybe canceling your natural, and getting a bunch of immortals.
yeah.
Uh, Mortars can work
Immortals,
too, but it's less common for some reason.
Stalkers are very kind of like iffy unless you've got enough of them against Marauders. And unless
Sure.
you stick some Stalkers up with some shield batteries and have a few of them there, then they can hold it. But Stalkers on their own are very tough to fight against Marauders. Let's see.
The bonus damage against armor. It's
Yeah,
funny that it doesn't work as well against immortals. Immortals seem to completely destroy
it's mainly because of
marauders,
the
even though
shield.
they're both armored though,
Yeah,
and they both do bonus damage versus armored.
yeah,
It's just funny that immortals are the ones who went out.
yeah. Immortals, like obviously the shield does them a lot of good, um, but I
The
think
hardened shield is pretty good. Yeah, that's
yeah, I think Mad AI has probably scouted this a little bit.
sure.
Does
We're gonna
he
have to see
actually see
what
the
his response.
proxy? No, he hasn't seen the proxy, but he's seen that there's nothing in the main base, so maybe he can guess at that. And it looks like his rush defend build order is being chosen, which
Two
is
base robo. Or wait, no, rush defend.
Rush defend, yes. That's
Gotcha.
the chosen one. So, well, not the chosen one, a
Yeah,
chosen build order.
yeah. The for sure. Now I get what you're saying.
Yeah. That's,
Looks like he's going to be getting shield batteries and cannons as his defensive
yeah.
choice.
That's a reasonably good defense here. So shield
Chat
bat.
says there's no game sound. Your game sound?
Oh, wait 1 moment.
Control S, maybe?
No, it should be enabled. I'm just going to pause it. Pausing in 3,
Okay.
2, 1, pause. Okay. So, master volume should be there. It was working earlier.
Maybe it's just too quiet?
Possibly. Right, okay, go again in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's have a look. No, there's definitely no sound there. Hold on, I will just pause it for a second. 3, 2, 1, pause. No, master volume should be turned up. Oh, I think I know. What is it? Okay, what I might do then.
Says there's no system sound at all. Maybe it's muted in OBS. Chat says that there's no system sound at all. Maybe it's muted in OBS. Gotcha. Micro Machine chooses to cancel the offensive here. I guess he doesn't really have much of a choice. For a bot, that's for sure. For a human, you just walk in. Like, you just walk past these immortals and stalkers. Like, just walk in and kill all the probes. There's nothing stopping it. Just might not be able to hear crypt now. We are... Let me know if you pause. Crypt can't be heard.
Can you hear me now? That's good. Yes, so...
Sorry, oh my guys. God, this immortal, or this Marauder micro is so good.
It's amazing how the Marauders are so low on health and yet never die. So...
Okay, sounds like all the sound problems are fixed now. Dark Shrine coming up.
Oh, nice. That should be fun.
Is he gonna get it? But he got it up just in the nick of time.
It's straight in view of the Micro Machine though, so...
Yeah, not the greatest, but there's not really any other place where he could really put it though.
No.
I mean, maybe the bottom right corner, but Reapers, we'll just see that eventually.
So there's no defense out now. We've got a Stalker and a couple of Zealots coming in.
I think the Marauders can walk past the cannon.
Yeah.
Like, I think that cannon's not quite defending the ramp, which is nice.
But the shield battery is also out of energy now. But if you look at it, there's not really a huge amount left now for Mad AI. Micro Machine is wondering if he's hallucinating. Well, that's generally a bad thing.
Saw the hallucination.
Ah, yes, of course.
Whatever it is to detect those. I've heard people say a lot that you can't easily detect them very easy.
No. But
Maybe you just saw
I
the
think I, th-
spell cast.
I don't think there is a way in the API to easily do that, is there? Or
Not that I know of.
no.
I mean, I don't think there's been a lot of mass hallucination strategy, so not too many people I think have tried.
I mean, there's been a few, hasn't there? So, uh, but yeah,
And the happy dance, jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out.
yeah. Just using it to distract Mad AI now, but I think what we see here is Micro Machines building up to 40 plus workers on 2 base, now building up to a 3rd base, and Mad AI is still stuck on his 1st base. So he's going to need to expand pretty soon if he's going to have a chance to this, really.
For sure. Normally, the classic follow-up to the Proxy Marauder is, like I said before, is Immortals and or occasionally Voiders. But I'm just thinking to myself, so he holds on one base. That's pretty standard, right? And his opponent expands to a second base, right? That's also pretty standard. But normally, a human, if you counter push right here, like you just win easy. But the micro of Immortals of bots is just so good, or the micro of Cyclones on bots is so good that I don't think the Immortal like would even do anything. So I'm just trying to think, what would you do here?
I
Like
mean,
if you were in Mad AI's position, what would you do to try and come back from this?
I mean, like the obvious sort of like solution is to probably try and get some aerial units, but then like you see the benches coming in now, and my benches can't hit air, so that's not going to stay. But Micro Machine doesn't have a lot that can hit air, so if you could build up a few air units, you'd stand a chance. But obviously that's very difficult on one base.
Get a bunch of Phoenix, I guess.
Yeah.
It's tricky because, like, if you get Void Rays dies super hard to Cyclones.
Yeah.
If you get Phoenix, you can lift, but, like, I don't know if you can get enough Phoenix in time.
No, that's the problem. Yeah, Mad AI is in a very bad situation here, and I don't see Micro Machine letting up on the pressure anytime soon. As we see, 57 workers to 20. It's a bit of a lead there.
Yeah, tiny minor lead.
And then we see the Cyclones coming in as well. Things just go from bad to worse.
Yeah, the Raven really helps against the Dark Templar. I think he's not doing super hot at this point.
No. And now I think we're going to see the push from Micro Machine finally get through the base. Or does he need to? You can just attack everything from out here.
That's true. Now, once you get on top of the production, it's kind of
yeah.
I mean, I want to say GG, but if you get on top of production, it's usually GG.
Yes.
I'm really amused by Micro Machine's armor replacement. It's just he proxied it.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think this is done now. Do you want me to fast forward to the end?
We can fast forward.
And I can show you the ending of the game. So there we have it. Micro Machine making a winning start to the tournament. Puts himself on top of the group. GG, guys. So yeah, Mad AI, certainly a lot left for him to play for from here, so he'll have easier games coming up, certainly. And now I think we go next on to a PvZ matchup, which is Octopus V2 versus Perfect Split. But yeah, it's so like Mad AI really held that quite well, but the problem was he just couldn't expand behind it and couldn't put any pressure onto Micro Machine to get that up either. So yeah, maybe that's. Let me know when you've got the next match loaded anyway.
I'm loaded and ready.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Octopus V2 up in the top left. up against Perfect Splits in the bottom right. Yeah, we had Chippy Dip on the stream, who was the creator of Perfect Split a couple of weeks ago. It's actually a very clever strategy he uses. So normally it's a lot of lings and mutas, but also he does react to opponents' units a lot as well. So we have to see how it goes. But
Indeed,
yeah,
we will.
I think Perfect Split was obviously the finalist of the Season 7 tournament. Done amazingly well getting to the final, and unfortunately was beaten in the end by Tychus. Haven't seen Tychus since, really, which is a shame, but maybe we
That's
will at some point.
true. It's been a while.
Yeah,
That feels like years ago.
it seems like years ago. It's only been, well, 2.5 years since we started this, as we're...
I mean, yeah, but like, and this is what, season 9? It's so
Yeah.
many.
We're almost going as many as GSL seasons. Actually, no, we're ahead of target for GSL seasons, aren't we? So, yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah. So, we see immediately some pretty average start from Octopus, and pretty standard from Perfect Split as well at the moment. Nobody doing
Sure,
anything crazy. I mean, this might be fun.
2-gate before Nexus?
Yeah. And also Octopus coming with this probe across the map here to build a nice little proxy pylon.
Oh, yeah, that too.
He's bringing the gas with him as well. Not sure the gas is entirely needed for that proxy pylon, but, you know.
It's entirely needed.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 4-gate with warp gate warping into the proxy location.
Yeah. Three gates up at the moment.
Yeah, so if it's 3
probably
gates,
going to be Stalkers, I guess.
Stalkers are an interesting choice. I think Solids are better versus lanes. It's hard to say, really. Like, especially what a bot would be considered better, because like microing ranged units is a lot easier. Microing melee units.
Yeah. Certainly for a human versus human matchup, like you're running Stalkers into Lings, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. But you never know with Octopus. If he can micro the Stalkers really well, there's almost nothing you can't do.
That is indeed true. We'll have to see though. Will his micro be good enough, or will Perfect Splits well, I guess it's just gonna be micro against micro, isn't it?
Yeah. He just needs to get the Lings around.
Will he engage on creep? That's the real question. Looks like Perfect Split has energy for a creep tumor. He hasn't spent it yet though.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting to me.
I think he normally likes to focus a lot on the injects early game.
That's fair. That's fair.
Kind of like focuses on really exploding his creep spreads, sort of like in the mid game.
He's pooling energy for transfuse too, because like there's only so many queens you need to inject a hatchery. I think you just only need one.
Yeah.
To always have it be injected, but I'm not actually sure because I'm not a Zerg.
No, you're better than that. Oh, only joking, of course.
Not with Zerg though. Dude, my Zerg is like so bad. Yeah. Oh wow, my Perfect Split's really doing the number on those stalkers. Probably don't want to focus that stalker. Trapped in the corner, not getting very good surface area. Well, all the other stalkers are firing.
And also, a lot of the Lings there were just running around the outside, not actually hitting. But it does look like the micro is not quite good enough on those stalkers. But there is a lot of stalkers coming out, so...
That is true.
These Lings are going down. I mean, there's plenty more
left. You
left.
get the creep now. Like so, even as fast as speedlings are, you still want to engage on creep if possible.
Yeah.
It feels wholly unnecessary. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It just feels unnecessary to fight this far off of creep when speedlings on creep are so much better.
Speedlings on creep are absolutely deadly. And especially if we get the queens off creep as well, they're just slow as hell.
I like how that one queen just pops two Doomers, just right in a row, bam bam.
Yeah. That's going to help, but he needs to get that spreading. Oh.
This is a pretty close fight. You
Yeah.
gotta remember, Octopus V2 has not taken an expansion yet.
Yeah.
So as long as this doesn't go so long that Perfect Split starts mining out of the main, then you should be able to keep making wave after wave of Zerglings to fight against this.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be a problem for him. We know Zerg likes to just keep producing the Zerglings, especially Perfect Split. At least until he starts producing neuters, which is not for a while yet, I don't think.
Yeah, he needs to start mining gas if he wants mutas.
Yeah.
It looks like he doesn't have any logic to start mining gas or expand. Like, yeah, he's spending a lot of money.
Yeah. So he's got one gas up. I think he said that he doesn't mine gas until he gets to a certain army count, but I think the problem is that these stalkers are taking out the army quite fast, so he's not going to get to that army count.
He might though. He's starting to, now that the creeps have been spread out a bit farther, the links are significantly more effective and are starting to clean up the stalkers. He might actually get to an army count. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing quite well at the moment, and gradually taking out these stalkers.
The stalker count's low enough. You gotta worry if Octopus V2 is actually going to have enough stalkers at this point, right? Like if he starts mining out, that's the main concern now. 195 mineral, 135 minerals is the lowest count in the main, so not too much longer now before he just completely mines out.
Yeah. Obviously, if he does that without any extra expansions, then it's going to be a problem. But he does have that extra, or he did have that extra gas from the worker that made the pylon, but I think that's gone back now. That would have made all the difference.
It totally would have. You're right, the gas might not have been necessary.
Yeah.
In fact, it may have been completely unnecessary.
It does look like Octopus has broken off the attack now, so don't know what his follow-up from this is, or if he has any follow-up.
Well, just just as you say that, he is setting a new strategy. It is currently unknown what the strategy is, but I assume it involves saving up some money.
Yeah.
He's probably saving up for an expansion, actually. Not sure if that's the best. Well, at this point, you're kind of toast, though. When you're this all in, I think it's going to be hard to have a follow-up.
Yeah, and the fact that Perfect Split isn't really attacking at the moment probably helps him. So you can probably just about afford the expansion, and there we go. So looks like that is the new strategy.
Indeed, but is it too little too late? Like his first mineral field has already, first two mineral fields have mined out from the main. His income is under 1/3 of his opponent's.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a tough time
And just
keeping up with
24 workers as well.
With this compared to the 60, almost 60 of his opponent.
Yeah. And it's pretty much the same sort of situation as we were having last game with Micro Machine, where there was just explosion of economy from Micro Machine, and Mad AI just couldn't keep up. And I think you see the same sort of thing happening here.
At this point, you could almost non-sarcastically just make drones. Make nothing but drones and win the game from here.
Yeah. I think we've had bots that have tried to do that. But,
I've heard they were somewhat successful too, surprisingly.
Yeah. Yeah, Tickles, who was made by Tia, who was in our other group, was the first one to do that. And
Wasn't it made just like as a joke, like or for testing, I guess, and then it like started winning a lot?
yeah, that's a perfectly valid strategy. Could really catch people out if they're not expecting it.
That's true.
So yeah, transferring all the workers over now. So there's only 4 patches left at the main, but everything here now. It'd be nice to have the gas taken as well.
He's trying so hard to keep spreading his screw tumors on the top left, but just can't quite get vision for it.
Oh. You might just end up having a creep tumor party at there. But yeah, if you see the army size now, it's I think all Perfect Split really needs to do is just come across and take the victory. But he wants
For
to
sure.
make sure of it.
And I think he's just waiting to max out. Or transfer workers. He's oversaturated in his main, his natural, and his third. Waiting for that fourth to finish. Not that he needs the income at this point, but
Always
surely
nice to
can't
have.
hurt.
A little bit of extra money never hurt anyone.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we see the workers transfer over now to oversaturate the fourth base as well.
So saturated. At least he's not building drones anymore.
Yeah.
His opponent is about to get the Immortal and the Warp Prism. And you know what they say? You have Immortal and Warp Prism, you're always living the dream.
Yeah.
But with Mutas, it's unfortunately Immortals do not shoot up.
That's not quite true. Yeah, with mutas, you might be struggling with your Warp Prism there. But I think there's only a couple of mutas in this army anyway, so it's not a huge muta supply. And looks like those mutas are going to be in trouble here a bit, maybe. But we've got the Zerglings coming through, so that Warp Prism doesn't even look like it's going to try and save the Immortals. Oh.
Brutal. I mean, there's nothing it can do. If it flies in, it's going to die to the mutas.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we see the death throws here. We'll probably end up fast forwarding this one. If we see Perfect Split come in and take down everything.
I completely agree with this. Not too much more to see here.
Oh, I just hate seeing that many Zerglings.
They're not very effective. Like, they're not like Marines where you bunch them up, they'll do more DPS.
Yeah. Cool. So there we have it. Perfect Split also starts with a winning start. But, so yeah, I think after that, so let's take a look quickly at some highlights of our other games that we see before we get into the next batch of replays. First off, let's have a look at Mad AI against Sharpened Edge. I don't know if you want to jump on the stream and watch along. I could send you the video. Yeah, so I think in this game, Sharpened Edge decided to put on a very early rush with lots of Stalkers and Immortals, and Mad AI had a lot of problems dealing with this. And yeah, Mad AI was able to hold on for a while, but we got this first expansion out, and Sharpened Edge just went with a single base push. Very, very strong. As we see that poor Immortal go down, or you hate to see it. So yeah, Mad AI did send the workers. It's some nice Warp Prism micro there from Sharpened Edge as well. Even though I'm not sure it was quite required against the workers, but yeah, nice to show.
Indeed.
Eventually, yeah, taking out all the army of Mad AI, running around the base, taking out everything. And the next one was Octopus against Three-Way Lover. Octopus decided to put his proxy in a strange location It just happened to be the exact same location that Three-Way Lover was wanting to put his natural expansion. Although it wasn't quite his natural expansion.
Oh man, if he just put his like he could have blocked it.
Yeah. But Octopus V2 did get a bunch of Stalkers out and managed to eventually take out this expansion here. Coming in with a few of the workers. Just massing more and more Stalkers basically. And Three-Way Lover really did have a very tough time in dealing with this. And eventually Octopus V2 would just walk around to the main base, and although there was a fleet beacon up for Three-Way Lover, it didn't really help him much. And Octopus V2 took the win. So it's a 1-1 there for him. Okay. So yeah, I think next up it is Three-Way Lover against Sharpened Edge. I'll load that up quickly. So yeah, both of these bots have been around for an awful long time and had quite a lot of success. So see how they go against each other. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Three-Way Lover up here in the top left, and Sharpen Edge down in the bottom right, letting us know today's date. I mean, it's good to do during lockdown because I'm not sure what day it is, to be honest.
I think it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Base cam, switch the game.
Sorry. Yep. This toy contains functional sharp edge point not for children under 4 years, or children who can't operate OBS enough to change to the game window.
Oh dear.
Or. But yeah, so Sharpened Edge going for a gateway first strategy, which generally means he's not going to do his normal cannon rush, although he may do.
Three-Way Lover going for double gas before
Yeah.
taking another gas. Usually means tech is going to be his choice.
Yep. I think we saw last time he went for a fleet beacon. He didn't quite get enough time to produce anything from the fleet beacon, but. Or are we going to see some kind of proxy here from Sharpened Edge, or is this just a scout? It looks like it's just a scout.
Pull an SOS, build a Nexus in the main. Only to build a pylon. So that way you can warp in Dark Templars. Or only to build a probe to build a pylon.
Although, oh no, Three-Way Lover coming over here again to build a expansion that's not his natural.
It's one of his favorite plays.
Yeah.
Absolutely intentional.
Yep, definitely. But.
So he did get double gas though. We're gonna have to see what his tech building is gonna be. He's gonna build a tech building after the cyber core, almost certainly.
Always wait for the cyber core to finish. So Sharpened Edge getting a couple of adepts, so and a slightly later expansion as well.
Yep. Yeah, so Sharpened Edge is going to probably be somewhat aggressive with the adepts. If you go 2-gate before expand, you generally want to get some work done because otherwise you're just setting your economy back.
Yep.
By quite a lot. Three-Way Lover's Nexus is almost done. Well, Sharpened Edge is like barely halfway, not even a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, as we see the worker just about gets out, does he? No, denied. Yeah, the Robo factory is coming up. So probably looking at some Immortals there, I guess. That's really weird when you look at the Stalker over here in Three-Way Lover's base at the top. It looks like they're just like having a nice little play there. It's a little stalker tug of war, I guess.
For sure. I find it really interesting. Sharpened Edge isn't moving across the
No,
map.
three-way lover does quite a economy advantage at the moment.
Yeah. If you go to like again, go to gate before expanding, like and not putting pressure on your opponent is
Yeah.
just putting yourself behind for no reason.
So we have the observer out. Nothing else looks like it's getting done through that Robo Factory at the moment. They're just waiting for the money to build an immortal. So there we go.
I'm actually shocked at how big an economy difference there is between the two Protosses.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 8 workers, but it does make it seem like a whole lot more.
I think it was a whole lot more just a second ago. It was like
Yeah.
11 workers. I think he chronoed his workers out to help close the gap.
Yeah.
But still, like the income was like 30% higher for a while. So enough to just build another free base and have everything else be the same. It's crazy to me.
Yep. As there goes down the hallucination. And now we see three-way lover try and make a push. Yeah, I think that immortal pretty much deals quite comfortably with almost everything Sharpened Edge has at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a scary immortal, that's for sure.
Yep, the Stalkers will come in slightly first.
Thinking you just want a force field, like run away.
There we go, force field up, so that's good. But that
Or
force field
that's the other force field. That one's not bad either.
Yeah.
And he really wants that immortal.
Oh, it does look like that. They might actually get it.
Yeah. But at what cost?
Ooh, so the mortal does go down. But three-way lover is looking like he's going to clean up most of this army.
Oh man, this is brutal.
And there's another immortal out there already.
I really like three-way lover's build. Right, so it gets the immortals out, forces ground units, right, to deal with the immortal. Maybe immortals of your own, and now he's going Tempest. Right, so you get the ground units to deal with the immortals, but what's going to deal with the Tempest?
Yeah, there's nothing really there. I think the workers are doing a lot of work there. Oh my god. That's some hero probes right there.
Absolutely.
That may have just
way
saved
more
the
than I
game.
ever thought they would.
Those probes there may have just saved the game for Sharpened Edge.
But he does have 4 immortals, or 4 stalkers versus an immortal. Generally not the fight you wanted. No. Well, I say that, but down goes the immortal.
So Stalkers can be good against Tempests, but you need Blink to really deal with them very well. And that's precisely what he's getting at the moment.
Thankfully, Blink's on the way.
Yeah.
Three Lover's actually just tricking all over the place now, getting a third, just like where his like 5th or 6th base normally would. Like, who's ever going to scout that?
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what the code is for how three-way lover decides which base to take, but oh my god, I want that.
Whichever base you're supposed to take, he decides against.
Yeah.
I think that's his game plan.
I think it's just like D20.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
So these Tempests are like at this point it's just a matter of time before the Tempests close. Well, yeah. It's 3 base on 3 base. His economy is not as hurt as badly as I thought. So they're somewhat equal on economy, but he's way behind in tech.
Yeah.
Right? Like Tempest versus Stalkers.
And three-way lover is getting the 4th base now, so it's not quite there yet, but there is, I think, three-way lover's army does generally beat this, but obviously when Blink comes in, you can blink Stalkers underneath the Tempests and they can do some real damage.
We'll have to see how. Like, he still has 2 immortals though. Even 11 stalkers against 2 immortals, like immortals are just so good versus stalkers.
Yeah, it's close. But Blink is finished now for Sharpened Edge, so we see him pushing out. Not sure this is quite wise here.
I don't know if Sharpened Edge knows about the Tempest.
Well, he
I guess
does now.
he sees the Stargate. I'm just looking at his vision. He saw the Stargate and the plate beacon, so he shouldn't be totally surprised.
I think we're going to see this getting quite easily cleared up here. Like, that was a very nice win there for Three-Way Lover. I think he's probably going to counter-attack at the moment. Well, there is a few units on the retreat here for Sharpened Edge.
Yeah, so he's not completely housed, but like, to quote Todd, look at the supply, man. Look at that supply.
The soup does not lie.
It does not. Usually. In this case, I think it has not lied, indeed.
No, those Stalkers are just getting destroyed. They're getting taken out in a second. And they're the units that he needs to take out for these Tempests to really just take over. Yep. Immortals and shield batteries are normally everything you need. Unfortunately, in this situation, probably not.
Yeah, things that shoot down are not good against things that need you to shoot up.
Yeah.
Man, Protoss just needs to invent servos for the immortal arms. Like, or just like tip them over, you know?
Could you imagine how good that would be?
That would be like stupid.
Yeah.
I remember watching beta videos for Starcraft. I think immortals used to shoot up.
Oh god, that would have just been way too powerful.
Yeah, but like, again, this is like the beta videos, so like everything was way different then. Like I think Reavers were still in the game. I think Colossus, like single target fired and then moved from unit to unit. Motherships, the what do you call it, the black hole, didn't return the units after it was done. It just like killed everything.
Oh wow, that would have been so much fun.
It had an ability where bullets would just drop before they hit the mothership. Like, so you'd shoot it with bullets, and then you see all the bullets, like, kind of like in the Matrix, you know, where all the bullets fall on the floor. Like, the game was, like, so messed up then, but also hilarious.
I want to play Protoss in that method. That would have been so much
I know, right? Just get a mothership and it's GG.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, Three-Way Love was on, like, 7 bases and 91 workers at the moment. That's some serious macro right there.
That's some serious commitment, that's for sure.
Yeah. Compared to an army supply of just 6. Yeah, it certainly looks like all Three-Way Lover needs to do at the moment is just roll on through here. It's now taking out all the workers.
Yeah, I think this game's over.
I think we need to fast forward this. GG, boys. So yeah. And what did the pencil say to the other pencil? You're looking sharp. I wonder if Sharpened Edge's jokes at the end like get progressively worse depending on how badly he's doing during the game.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, think about this. Think about this. That's a sharpened point. It's not a sharpened edge.
Yeah. So it doesn't even make sense.
I know, like it's not even funny if you have to think about it. Yeah, now that we've had to explain it.
Yeah.
No, I guess if you think about it in a way, a point is just an edge that is really tiny, you know?
Yeah.
If you think about it.
I mean, I had a discussion with someone playing Warhammer the other day. He'd made an entire army of orcs with hammers, apart from one at the front, which was holding an axe. And I had to have an argument with him about. He said an axe was just a hammer with a sharpened point, and no,
it's a sharpened edge.
Yeah, it isn't. Though,
man, now we're just giving we're giving him fuel for the fire, man. Like he's gonna add that to his quotes. An axe is just a hammer with a sharpened point.
Yeah, please don't. It's terrible. So anyway, Three-Way Lover picking up a nice victory there. Next up is another three-way lava match. He's going up against Mad AI. Let's get that one loaded up.
Yep, I got it open.
Right, this time I will remember to turn the game capture on. Cool. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so three-way lava up in the top left this time, and Mad AI down in the bottom right. Both. Mad AI managed to lose his first game, I think. Three-way lava is had a win, so Mad AI really needs to pick up some wins.
Indeed, I believe in him.
Yeah, and his first match was against Micro Machine, so we can't be blamed too much for losing that single round.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that.
So,
But maybe we can, though. What if we
yeah.
did blame him too much?
Yeah, sorry, we might destroy his confidence if we did that. Don't want to be doing that. It's bots who fought their entire season just to get here. You don't want to destroy their confidence in the first match.
Yeah, that's probably wise, but we could though.
We could.
It's about our power.
Yeah, we have the power. We can rebuild him. No, that's the technology. Something different. Sorry.
Something like that. No, I get the gist of what you're saying.
Yeah. So Mad AI coming around with his scout. See. So he should be telling us what he's going to be doing pretty soon.
Yeah, he's going to give us a bunch of numbers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's all he understands is numbers. No letters, just numbers.
Yeah. Well, could you imagine what it would be like just to build a bot entirely in assembly language? That would be kind of fun.
Nope, can't imagine that.
So 4-gate proxy build order chosen for Mad AI. And three-way lava did pretty well against, lost to the 4-gate earlier from Octopus, so let's see if he can do any better against this 4-gate.
I believe in him.
Yep.
He's gonna forge though.
Yeah. And normally he
Forge
uses.
is probably gonna help.
Yeah. So three-way lava has got some defenses up.
The secret expansion also is probably gonna help. Is he even gonna scout that?
Yeah, most bots don't. I think that's why he does it. It's just because most bots won't bother to scout third base location until pretty late on in the game.
It's the new meta.
Yeah.
Just do what nobody else does.
But obviously that only works to a point when people actually know about it, and then as soon as they yeah.
He's been doing this for years, though. I think part of the advantage here is he's the only one doing it. So you really want to invest resources against one bot, when you can make your bot better against every bot?
Yeah. No, I see what you mean, but it's still like it's a little bit of extra code, surely. You can do it.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's impossible. I don't think anyone can do it.
We'll see. As Mad AI is already coming out with a couple of stalkers and Sentry and Zealot. Let's see if he comes anywhere near this one.
Let's see. Is it just me, or is this 4-gate kind of like...
It's kind of slow, but I would say that 311 doesn't actually have any army units at the moment. Go on, follow him over there. Oh, he's seen the expansion.
Okay, so, I mean, as slow as it is, if he focuses down that pylon, that'll be pretty good. Come on, focus down the pylon, or the cannon. Just take out the cannon. No, don't run away. Take out the cannon. Take out the cannon. You could.
They could totally do that.
Okay, tinkle beaming it to death. Okay. Okay. What is this?
That's a major disrespect right there.
Okay, now that the cannon's out of the way, he's like, okay, now the real men can come play.
Yeah.
Zealots come in, fighting the cannon, all the stalkers fighting the pylon that they should have been fighting earlier, and this base is probably going to go down.
Yeah, I mean, there is a serious lot of stalkers there, and still 308 Lover has 0 army supply.
Dang.
This is not looking good for 308 Lover at the moment.
He does have tech advantage, though. So there is a theoretical game where he can get the fleet pick in, finish the fleet pick in, and start getting those Tempests. Tempests are on the way, but will it be enough? Can he break through the high ground before the Tempests are out? That's the real question there.
It's going to be tough with there's 3 cannons here. They're going to go down really quickly, I suggest.
Yeah, no shield batteries are finished yet.
There's 2 of them go down, and the Zealots are already in.
Man, he's just like 10 seconds too slow.
Yeah.
If these cannons were finished, this could have been completely different. Oh, but they still might finish anyway. He's losing his barracks, or not barracks, he's losing his gateway, losing his cyber core, but cannons finish, and the Tempest finishes.
Yep, Tempest is out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think these Stalkers are probably going to be able to hold it.
Depowering the shield batteries is absolutely huge.
Yeah, that's amazing. And now he no longer has to worry about those shield batteries at all. And it's basically all down to this Tempest now.
He needs a second Tempest, but he keeps spending his money on things that aren't Tempest.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I think even if the Tempest stays up, I don't think it has enough damage to deal with the amount of incoming units. Oh, this is a very quick game here from Mad AI.
I think he cleared things up.
Yeah, let's speed it up now. I don't think that Tempest is really going to do anything for you.
10 seconds too slow. That's all it took was 10 seconds.
10 seconds is pretty much the entire game time for that one, I think. Right, it's just over 6 minutes. 10 seconds, 6 minutes, you know. Easy mistake to make, right?
Man, I'm just thinking back to like games I play on the ladder and I rush and I'm like, oh, I forgot my refinery. Like it's like 10 seconds late. Is it really that big a deal? Turns out, yes. That 10 seconds is the difference between winning or losing.
Right. I'll just take a look at a couple of the other games as well. So let's have a look at Perfect Edge. Perfect Edge? No, Perfect Split against Sharpened Edge.
Perfect Hitch? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Does he block? Okay, I thought that was his own expansion.
No. He's basically trying to do a cannon rush here. But obviously, Perfect Split manages to get it up. And there's something very nice I like here from Perfect Split is he'll send his drones back after a single hit. Just about bring some more in.
Yeah, that's funny that he's targeting.
And I think the cannon's just on auto target and targeting the nearest drone, but it will go down.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, so after that, Perfect Split does manage to get a couple of expansions up, and obviously with his Zerglings running around killing lots of stuff. But Sharpened Edge did manage to get a large army advantage even after his failed cannon rush. And he eventually managed to get a bunch of new warp-ins. Yeah, the Queens are just about holding on to this position here. Unfortunately...
He's got the Immortal in the Warp Prison.
Ah, yeah, there you go, perfect. That's all you need.
So strong.
But yeah, eventually Sharpened Edge managed to break through. And takes down the expansion. And then, yeah, manages to clean up the game. Eventually. So Sharpened Edge taking another victory there. And Octopus against Mad AI. Octopus goes for another crazy early proxy attack. And straight up into Mad AI's base. Yep. And bots quite often have this problem of they just can't walk up the ramp. We saw Mad AI making a bit of a counter-attack over here, but it just really wasn't enough. I don't think. And then eventually Octopus would come and clear up, even though Mad AI would bring back some of his army.
I guess this is what we get when 4 Protosses in a group, just Stalkers and Mortals, nothing else.
Yeah, this group was rather Protoss skewed. And I think the actual tournament is quite Protoss skewed as well. So we've got some more tomorrow. I'll have to work
That's
that
interesting.
out. Yeah, who have we got tomorrow? We've got obviously Tyr, and who else is in that group? So additional pylons and Tyr in that group. So yeah. So there's roughly even numbers in the group tomorrow, I think. So yeah. And eventually there's just too much here for Octopus. And he will end up taking the game. GG.
G.
So yeah, Octopus actually doing really well today. Mass stalkers are a great tactic. So next up, let's have a look at Micro Machine up against Perfect Split. Give me a shout when you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Awesome. We'll change over to the game. Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so up in the top left, Micro Machine. Choosing an early expand tactic. And Perfect Split with his usual tactics down in the bottom. Yeah, we had him on a few weeks ago. He doesn't normally change his build order that much, but he does adapt it during the game quite a bit. So, yeah, have to see how this one plays out. Yeah, we've got a question from the chat asking about the APM limits. Yeah, basically the APM limits are limited on the client to about 100,000 APM. Generally, if you go over that, some of your actions get dropped, and it leads to quite nasty behavior. But yeah.
Yeah, we don't have an exact number, but it's definitely somewhere around there. If you start getting around 100,000, you got to start being suspicious.
Yeah.
We saw, I think the bot's name was Ramu a while back.
Yeah.
Like he had like 160,000 APM, and things were going a little like crazy in his games. I'm like,
I mean, he did just mass Marines basically, and like he actually still holds the record for the most units killed in a single game. I think he had about sort of like 800 or 900 Marines that died in a single game.
So dumb. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. But it was a fun bot to watch.
Yeah, no, I kind of miss him.
Yeah.
I don't miss how much the client lagged watching his replays though. Like our computers are pretty decent, don't get me wrong, but I've never seen StarCraft lag so hard as when it got 160,000 actions issued to it every minute by a single bot.
Yeah. I mean, like, just you should have seen actually running the games in time. It was like it was pretty bad.
Oh, you know what? I think the limitation might be based on, well, I was gonna say total action sent to the client. So I was wondering if your opponent's APM factors into it too. I don't think we've ever took that into account.
Yeah, it might be worth doing some experiments at some point. But
I'm curious because this question like comes up so much, and I wanted an exact number to give people.
yeah.
But in practice, it like never comes up. It's not
Yeah.
too hard to make a bot that doesn't execute 160,000 actions per minute.
I mean, you look at these bots. Right. Yeah. If you look at them, it's kind of like you've got an average of around 1,000. Micro Machine does actually pretty well for that. Perfect Split's a bit more, but then he has more Zerglings at the moment to micro around. And does he manage it? Yes. So the probe just about got there in time to make the hatchery. See Perfect Split now expanding onto 3 bases.
Speedlings won't save you.
Maybe won't save you, but they will manage to kill that Reaper off probably if he gets too close.
Yeah, Speedlings are pretty good against Reapers, as it turns out. If there's no cliffs.
Yeah, and they're better on creep, but they can certainly hold their own off creep as well.
The grenade nerf was a sad day when grenades took twice as long to deploy.
Yeah.
And get off cooldown. It's kind of necessary, but it's still a sad day. Chet saying show the natural of micro
What
machine.
on earth is happening there? Oh god, that might be a bug.
No, I think that's intentional. I think he's trying to speed up his gas mining by
Oh wow. That's insane. Does that actually work?
Yeah, he's getting almost full saturation off of one worker on each gas.
Wow. I have never seen that before. That is crazy.
That's so stupid, but I like it.
I love it. That's great. Oh wow. Super. I'm just sitting here watching this for the rest of the game, guys. That's it. That's your stream.
Oh man, that's so stupid, but I love it to death.
Yeah, that's great.
I think it's finally getting into a rhythm. He has 3 workers on it.
Yeah.
It looks like 3. Oh man, it's so good. Oh man. Okay, this is a highlight. This is hi Reddit. Hey guys.
I think we're gonna have to post this on Reddit after this. Is great.
Yeah, no, this is,
or
this is
maybe
absolutely
post
brilliant.
Himself, but yeah, it's. Oh god.
Wow.
I'd actually be interested to like do a full analysis to see if it is actually faster.
Oh no, it's definitely faster. Yeah. Like, cause he always has guys inside the gas, but he. Oh. Question is, why doesn't he do it for minerals too? Probably because like you block your own mineral income for a while. But
yeah. Well, got a Banshee going out. There might be some other action on the map. I can't sit here watching this forever.
I can.
Oh yeah. But, oh god, those poor queens. Is there any? Yep, there's some detection there, so he shouldn't get too much done with that. Don't come too close, little Banshee. Although I won't recommend that drone going out much further. Oh. The second drone does finally get to the expansion. So yeah, up to 4 bases now for Perfect Split as well.
I didn't notice. I was too busy watching the. It's so good. Like, how is it even legal to be that good?
I don't know. Oh, where is the Overseer? Oh, stuck over there. Oh, that Banshee's finally gone down. As another one comes across. So yeah, Micro Machine is playing things a lot more calm than he normally does. Normally he's doing a whole lot of harassment at this time, but obviously deciding to do a bit of a more macro-based strategy. Stop hiding, fight insect. Wait. Oh yes, no. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna watch this again for a second.
I can't stop. It's so hypnotizing.
I know. Those banshees are actually getting quite a lot done.
Nobody cares. Go back to the bunker.
You'd be struggling to do that in an actual human match because the APM you'd need to do it would be just too high. But
Yeah.
in a bot match, it's certainly pretty good.
This is the kind of thing I want Alpha Star to discover. Like,
Yeah.
no holds barred, Alpha Star, unlimited APM.
I could see people doing that on Archon mode and just have one person sit there dedicated to doing that the whole time.
Yeah, but I think if you don't do it perfect, like, it's questionable.
Yeah.
Also, that takes a lot of APM. That's a lot of fast clicking.
Yeah.
Because you gotta load, unload, load, unload, load, unload. Go to the map and manually go back to gas each time. It's crazy. But I love it to death.
Oh, battle cruisers coming out from Micro Machine. And actually been keeping an eye on exactly what he was doing.
I mean, he can afford it.
I mean, yeah. Perfect Split is getting close to max, and it looks like we're going to see Perfect Split going to be the first person to come across. Totally bypassing most of the army, or at least he would totally bypass most of the army, but he turns back for the Reaper.
Is the bunker micro going to matter? Maxed out Zerg against not maxed out Terran.
It's going to be tough, but those battle cruisers are there as well, so that's going to be helpful.
Yeah,
although that one might get taken out quite early.
Man, this is the... Oh my god. Bot micro is getting so crazy and so fun to watch.
Yeah. I see. There's stuff happening everywhere. It's
Yeah,
so
Control
hard to
Shift
catch.
Z. If you do Control Shift Z,
Ah, yes. Wow. And even that is not big enough.
I know, it's not enough, but that's as far as you can go.
Yeah. You can see it going everywhere here. But I think Micro Machine is just about holding this. There's still a lot of stuff going on everywhere, but it looks like he's whittling down the Zerglings, but that does just mean that there's more mutas coming across. And I don't think he's lost a battleship yet. No battleships lost as yet.
The mutas are going down, though.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a problem.
The
Like, you need as
Vikings are
many
there
mutas
well.
as you can so you can dive on the
Yeah.
battle cruisers. One thing bots are really good at is kiting over and over and keeping units alive, but they're really bad at knowing when to dive your units and sacrificing them for the greater good.
So you do see some corruptors coming out that are a lot better against the battleships, but there might not be enough of them there. One will go back. I think the problem they're going to have as well is that as soon as the battleships get, battle cruisers get low, they're just going to jump out of there. And the corruptors are going to get taken down themselves. So, there is still a bit of an offensive over here. Yeah, so if we look at where we are at the moment, Perfect Split still does have a bit of an army lead, but those battle cruisers are going to be very formidable for him, I think. But one of the things about Perfect Split is he can attack in all sorts of different places at the same time, and those battle cruisers can only be in one place. Or four
Vikings
places.
versus mutas.
Yeah.
Vikings actually aren't bad against mutas. That surprises me.
Uh,
Get the right numbers of them.
it depends on the numbers, yeah, of course.
The main issue with them is you build like 10 mutas at a time, but only 2 Vikings at a time.
Yeah.
So it looks like if you have equal numbers, Vikings aren't too bad.
Also, the The cyclones are also doing a fair bit of damage to them as well.
That's true.
Let's get into quite a nice little macro game here. So we see a few of the Vikings going down. I think the Viking count is being thinned out a little bit, but so is the neuter count. Most corruptors aren't really doing what they're there to do. Yeah, that's a mistake there from Perfect Split. Yeah, Queens aren't a good answer to battle cruisers either, unfortunately. Looks like
I find it really funny that he chooses to motto the overseers.
Yeah. Maybe he sees them as a threat. Micro Machine is now maxed out, and Perfect Split is struggling. His supply is plummeting a bit. And there's not much left. There's now 6 battle cruisers out for Micro Machine.
And just the battle cruisers are going to clean everything up.
Yeah, there's not much Zerglings can do against battle cruisers.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps making them. Seems of questionable use.
Yeah. I mean, he could just send the Zerglings over and try and do a bit of damage, but yeah, it's not like they can do him much good.
Now, you know you're in a rough spot when the Terran has a better economy than you do.
Yeah. And is Micro Machine trying to build base there? Looked like he was for a second. See little scans going down over there. I wonder if he's scanning for probably just the creep tumors.
There's a Raven though, right?
Is there a Raven with him? There's a Raven somewhere in his army. I can't see one there.
If you box select him, you can see a Raven in the selection.
Ah, yes, sorry, it was hidden under everything.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it's clearly... Oh,
yeah, it's there, I see it. Yep.
I don't know where he's going, but he's definitely there.
Yeah, the Raven is off.
I like how Micro Machine's attack moving the Raven.
Yeah.
Because of all the attack it has.
Well, you know, it can have the anti-armor missile. Maybe drop an autocannon around somewhere. But yeah, there's not really much these Vikings are doing. You're better off just landing the Vikings at the moment and just have them take everything out. Right. I might end up fast forwarding this because I think we're pretty much at the point where Perfect Split is just gonna...
That's fine. He's gonna be perfectly split, that's for sure.
Yeah. So he is still on 3 bases, but he's not really producing anything other than Zerglings at the moment. And I think we can see these battle cruisers just run around and clear everything up. It's plummeting down to just no supply now. So yeah, eventually Micro Machine will clear everything up, but like Zergs are very, very difficult to clear off the map. They'll just spread out everywhere.
Yeah, there's so much of them.
Could you imagine if Crew Tubers counted as buildings?
Yes, but I don't wanna.
So,
disgusting thought out of, excuse me, out of my mind. It's terrifying.
Yeah, you'd have to clean up all the creep tumors before winning the game. That's like, oh god. You'd be there forever. Ah, right. So yeah, Micro Machine on a perfect record so far this week. So our final streamed game of the night will going to be Sharpened Edge against Octopus. Let's take a look how that goes. Another PvP. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I am ready.
Cool. So going in 3, 2,
Oh, wait,
1.
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I tried opening the game, but it didn't open.
Ah, right.
I saw Starcraft is open, but nope, it's not. It's loading in now.
Ah, cool. No rush. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so down in the bottom left, Sharpened Edge, and Octopus V2 up in the top right. That's been a reasonable night for him so far. On both bots, I think, are sitting on 2 wins. Let's see if we can pick up one here.
Who's your money on?
It's very, very, very difficult to bet against Sharpened Edge in these kind of games. But Sharpened Edge has so many different tactics, you're never sure which one they're going to use. So
Yeah, it's definitely hard to bet against Sharpened Edge.
yeah. I know Sharpened Edge is updated a lot more regularly as well. So, but there's always a chance.
Yeah, I mean, Octopus has been seeing some decent success today.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't honestly give him much of a hope, but he's actually had a couple of decent wins that I didn't think he would get. So you never know. Well, I do see Octopus normally goes for a proxy pretty soon, but I haven't seen him go up so far. And Sharpened Edge coming across. Is that going to be for a cannon rush? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Just a little scout, maybe.
Yeah. I don't see a forge, so
No.
I don't think it can be a cannon rush.
I do see Octopus coming out. Maybe that is. Oh, we go for the 4-gate stalkers.
That's funny. Sharpened Edge, I was doing a crap earlier for doing 2-gate before expansion and then not moving out and trying to do damage. But it looks like that's the safe build maybe in this meta, where if everyone's doing a 4-gate.
Yeah. In the world where everyone's doing a 4-gate, the 3-gate bot is king, right? That's the way the saying goes.
It goes something like that, that's for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like everything's going to be warped in over there. So I think last game we saw him build a gateway on location over here as well. Which is interestingly what cost him a lot against 3-way lover, because I think without the gateway in that position that it was at, 3-way lover would not have seen the proxy. At least not until it was too late.
So let's see. 4-gate almost done. He should be moving out with the suckers fairly soon.
Yep.
Nexus. Oh, the low ground's about to finish. There's no pylons building any shield batteries. Not sure how I feel about that.
It's certainly looking good for Octopus at the moment.
And when I say not sure how I feel, I'm entirely sure actually how I feel.
Yeah, this is looking very, very scary. Although we do see a few more units out now for Sharpened Edge, so
It's certainly scouted it. He's just not reacting to it.
Yeah. It's certainly possible he holds this. as the stalkers have stopped gathering their friends. Oh, now this is looking like a hell of a lot of stalkers.
It's definitely a couple stalkers, that's for sure. There's at least 2.
Yes. At least too many. Ooh, that's a lot. But some nice micro there from Octopus as well to stop that one going down. See one down. But Sharpened Edge does need to get out of here. Oh.
I don't know where he's going with that stalker. Oh, he wants to finish it off. And that stalker's going down if it's the last thing that other stalker ever does. And it very well might be.
Yes. Oh, it's still chasing him all the way over there.
I think it's just a way for him to report back to superiors and be like, yeah, so I was actually totally fighting the enemy. I wasn't cowardly running away.
Yeah.
I was fighting a stalker, you know?
And
Sir, where were you when our base died? I was fighting a stalker. I was fighting, let me tell you. I was fighting for my life.
That other stalker has now been killed, so the Sharpened Edge stalker needs to get back and try and defend. But
yeah, and somewhat of an upside. Looks like Sharpened Edge might actually be in a losing position this game. 16 stalkers to the 3 stalkers of Sharpened Edge.
Yeah.
Not looking too good. Need an immortal on the high ground, need cannons, need batteries, need something. Otherwise, better do it sooner, maybe too late.
This doesn't look good. And now it's just the one stalker against 18 stalkers. 18 is bigger than 1. 2.
And by some denominations, yeah.
Yes. Oh, this doesn't look good. So it looks like Sharpened Edge will be taken down here. And that's going to make this group very interesting. It's going to give Octopus a really good chance of getting out of this group, I think, if it carries on like this. And you know, before this group started, we were looking at Octopus maybe fighting it out for avoiding last place, but he's certainly doing a lot better than that at the moment.
He's going to be certainly midway through the group at least.
Yep. I'm going to put it on a little bit fast forward. Watch this all go down.
Like dishwashers, blunt knives, yeah. Sure. So I guess we call him the dishwasher now.
Yep, Octopus is the dishwasher. I'm not sure how Takeda will feel about that, who is the author. So yeah, so that's our last streamed game of the night. Let's just take a look at the highlights of one of the other, a couple of the other games. So we saw that one, didn't we? So Sharpened Edge up against Micro Machine. So again, a proxy here from Micro Machine going into proxy Marauders, and never an easy one to deal with for Protoss. I feel like proxy Marauder strategy from Micro Machine would probably be good against pretty much any Protoss on the ladder. But there is a Void Ray out this time. Not all is lost.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh, okay.
Protoss is definitely weak to proxy Marauder. It's good on any ladder, human ladder or bot ladder.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so with Hero Void Ray there, eventually scouts the base.
Is he behind too far in economy? That's the question.
Yeah, only 23 workers to the 38.
Guess we're gonna find out whether the Cyclones are truly that good against air units. Bot versus bot action.
Especially when Micro Machine's doing them, because Micro Machine very rarely loses any Cyclones.
When I play on Rider, I lose them every time. It's so annoying.
I know exactly what you mean. But you know what are better against air units? Vikings, of course. Here we see Micro Machine pushing through with Vikings.
Wow, that's brutal.
Yeah. It looks like whatever you have, Micro Machine has the answer at the moment.
Dang.
Yeah, so this was a very fun match. And by the way, all the replays to all the tournament matches will be available tomorrow night after the Group B stream. So if you miss anything, you can always go back and analyse what went wrong, what went right, and what didn't go at all. As we see workers being pulled again, and Sharpen Edge down to just a few workers, and Micro Machine taking the victory. And the last one, I think, is Mad AI up against Perfect Split. Sends out a few DTs, which gets a few of those Zerglings, but I'm not sure that's exactly what he wanted. So yeah, and then we see a big battle over this high ground here. Lots of Zealots versus Zerglings, and then the Queens come in for the extra bit of grunt behind the army. So yeah, Mad AI tries to push up this ramp, but it's very, very difficult to push up that ramp against the Zergling with that many Queens. And finally, Queens do make it out of there. Perfect Split will try to push across the map. And eventually up to his 200 army. Yeah, so when you have that many Zerglings and that many neuters, unfortunately, there's not a lot left. I think ends up. So another win for Perfect Split there, and yeah, doing pretty well himself, putting himself in with a chance of qualification to the next round. So yeah, that is pretty much all the games we've got for tonight, guys. Let's just have a look at what that does to the standings for the moment. Give me one sec. So yeah, Micro Machine is top of the group with 5 wins, no losses. Octopus V2 in second with 3 wins, and then we have Three-Way Lover, Sharpened Edge, and Perfect Split all on 2 wins, and Mad AI at the bottom with just that single win. So yeah, that's quite a surprising group result, I think. Obviously, Perfect Split, Three-Way Lover, and Sharpened Edge far from out of it, but Octopus and you'd imagine Micro Machine would be fairly safely through at this point, but things can often happen in the second week. So
we'll have to see.
Yeah, that'll be good. So guys, thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll have Ketrok with me tomorrow. Doctor, thank you very much for doing with me tonight, and
You're welcome.
have you back soon. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.